this.
Welcome back, guys, to another Clash Royale video, and today we're going to be taking a look at this giant balloon strategy in Arena 7. Now, I have done a video on the giant balloon in the past, but that was a very long time ago, and there's been a ton of balance changes since then, so I wanted to revisit it. Now, like I said, I will be using this deck in Arena 7, but all of the cards, with the exception of the Elixir Collector, are available very early on in this game. I think all of the other cards are available by Arena 3 or so. So if you guys are in a lower arena and want to try out this strategy, just throw in the Fireball instead of the Elixir Collector and give it a shot. If I remember correctly, back when I was trophy pushing in those lower arenas, the giant balloon strategy was extremely strong in those arenas, so definitely try it out. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some replays here and then finish off with a live battle. So here we are, guys, with the first replay, facing a level 8 here, who is also using the giant balloon strategy. So this should be a pretty good replay here. Now, I do have the Elixir Pump in my starting hand, and that is always a good thing. Gonna go ahead and place that down between the crown towers there, and in my opinion, guys, that is the best location for the Elixir Pump. You don't really want to use it as a distraction anymore because of all the health nerfs it's received, and also, if your opponent does have the miner in their deck, they won't usually send it in to take out a pump in that location, because both of your crown towers are protecting it. And also, if your opponent does use spells to try and damage your tower as well as your pump, it's a lot easier for them to make a mistake and accidentally hit your king tower in that location. Now, one thing I do want to point out with my deck is my balloon is only level 1, which is really low for this trophy range, guys. If a single minion even looks at my balloon for half a second, my balloon dies. So it's fairly weak for this trophy range. Ideally, at this trophy range, you want to have a level 2 or a level 3 balloon, or even, if you're lucky enough, having a level 4 balloon, because it makes a huge difference with the level of those epics. But if you guys are in the lower trophy ranges, like Arena 3 or 4, a level 1 balloon would be extremely strong. Now, in this battle here, trying to play defensively because my opponent is a higher level, I do have one Elixir Pump down there in the middle. I'm dropping down a second Elixir Pump in the back right corner there. Now, my opponent has done some damage to my tower, bringing it all the way down to 1100 health. Right here, he's going in with another strong push with some minions, some goblins, as well as a giant. I'm going to go ahead and use the Valkyrie in the back there to take out all those goblins, and then use my cannon to hopefully distract that giant. So pretty good defense right there. Now there's 10 seconds left until double elixir period here. Gonna go ahead and set up another elixir pump right in the middle there. And of course, I usually like to wait till I'm sitting about 6, 7, or 8 elixir before I place it down, because you don't want to get caught on a counter push with no elixir. Now right here, because I do have 2 pumps down and we are also in double elixir period, I want to start going on the offensive with a giant slow push on the right hand side. Whenever you're using the giant balloon strategy, you want to try and do a slow push with it, just because it allows you to build up more elixir and do a stronger push. Because as you can see right here, my opponent drops down the giant as well as the balloon right at the bridge, and because he does that, I do have enough elixir to defend it. But take a look on the right hand side here, guys. We have a pretty strong push going on with the giant as well as the balloon, but unfortunately the musketeer does take it out before it reaches the tower, because it is only level 1. But take a look at this, guys, on the left hand side with that Valkyrie as well as some goblins. We did some insane damage to that tower, bring it all the way down to 270 health, and that's why I really prefer doing a slow push with the giant, guys, because like I said, you can set up a much stronger push that way. Right here, he's going in once again with that giant balloon combo, and watch this, guys. The giant and the balloon are distracted by the cannon as well as the elixir pump. And take a look at this. Right before the balloon reaches my tower, he does die. And right here, we're going with a pretty strong push. 2 giants down as well as a Valkyrie and a balloon. And watch this, guys. So much pressure right here with 2 giants as well as a balloon. The balloon does reach that tower, gets the hit off, and gives me the 1 crown victory. Let's go ahead to the next replay here. So here we are, guys, with the next replay, facing a level 9 as a level 7 with a level 1 balloon. So a pretty big level difference in this battle here. Now, my opponent makes a pretty big mistake here. He drops down the Inferno Tower as his first move. I'm going to go ahead and place down my Elixir Collector right in the middle of my base there, and just let the health of the Inferno Tower tick away. No, I'm assuming he used the Inferno Tower first because he wanted to cycle towards his Elixir Pump, and he wasn't ready to go on the offensive yet. But watch this, we're going to go ahead and use the Valkyrie way in the back behind my King Tower. He's going to try and sneak in here with the Royal Giant on the right hand side, but I do have the Goblins to take it out pretty quickly, so watch this. Goblins doing crazy damage to that Royal Giant. The Royal Giant only gets a couple hits off my tower, but of course with the level difference, there's a huge health difference on the towers right here. My tower is at 1700 health and his are at 2500 health. But look at this push here with that Valkyrie as well as the balloon. The balloon coming in there, getting one hit off, bringing that tower all the way down to 1500 health. Keep in mind that my opponent did start with 400 more health on his towers than I do, so a pretty big push right there with that balloon. Now at this point in the battle, both of us have 2 Elixir Collectors down. His tower is all the way down to 1600 health. My tower on the right hand side is sitting at 1700 health. But take a look at this, guys. We use the Valkyrie once again way in the back behind the King Tower there. Now I don't want to go in with a giant push because I know my opponent does have the Inferno Tower in his hand and I'm not ready to deal with that Inferno Tower. So I'm going to play it slow, play defensively a little bit, and wait till the double Elixir period before I can set up a pretty strong push and push past that Inferno Tower. Now right here, setting up another Elixir Collector right in the middle of my base there, because like I said, I do want to wait till the double Elixir period before I start setting up a strong push. Now right here, he drops down the Royal Giant on the right hand side. I don't really have anything great to answer it just yet, so I have to cycle with that Valkyrie to get towards my Goblins, and as a result, the Royal Giant does some decent damage to my tower on the right hand side, bringing it all the way down to 900 health. And right here, because we are in the double Elixir period, I'm going to go ahead and start setting up a push on the left-hand side with that Giant, and watch this, guys. The Valkyrie going down on the right-hand side to take out all those Goblins, with the Spirit Goblins cleaning up. Now, my intention right here was to use the Goblins in front of my Giant, hopefully to distract the Inferno Tower, but he does drop down the Wizard on the left-hand side, and as a result, I'm going to ditch that push on the left-hand side and focus on defending the right-hand lane here. So arrows going down, taking out those minions, Spirit Goblins as well as the Valkyrie going down to take out that Royal Giant. The Royal Giant gets a couple more hits off my tower, bringing it all the way down to 468 health. So things are really not looking good so far, guys. My tower is all the way down to 500 health. His tower is still sitting at 1400 health, but watch this. Gonna go in with another push with that Giant, and this time he uses Wizard on the right hand side. So I'm gonna be able to go in on the left hand side with that Giant, and watch this. Royal Giant going in on the right hand side, damaging my cannon. I drop some Goblins to take it out, and take a look at this, guys. Arrows going down, the Royal Giant dies before he takes out my tower. The balloon is actually going to skip past that Inferno Tower, go straight to the tower, get a couple hits off, bring it all the way down to 230 health. So take a look at this, guys. His tower is all the way down to 130 health, sorry. My tower is down to 324 health. So all I need is 2 sets of arrows to take out that tower. So down go the first set of arrows. Gonna really focus on defending against this Royal Giant here. Try and prevent him from getting any hits off on my tower. Cycling through my cards as fast as I can. And right here, I do get the second set of arrows up. Going down, giving me the 1 crown victory. Now let's go ahead and try and get fit in a live battle here. So here we go, guys. What kind of opponent do we get? We're facing a level 8, so not too bad. But like I said, my balloon being only level 1, it is a fairly uphill battle. So hopefully you guys have a higher level balloon, maybe level 2 or level 3. But if you're in the lower arenas, a level 1 balloon should work just fine. Let's see, he's got an Ice Wizard. The Ice Wizard is one of the cards right now that's giving me a hard time just because it's so strong defensively. Like, it can shut down some pretty strong pushes just by itself. So, not too good there. Our Elixir Pump is still alive, so hopefully we can set up an Elixir advantage here. The Valkyrie getting a couple of hits off in that tower, bringing it down to 1800. So not too bad. But the Musketeer is going to be a problem here. Wait for it to get in range, drop down some Spirit Goblins. It's only going to get 1 hit off my tower, so not as bad as I thought. Let's play defensively here, guys. We're not ready to set up a push yet. We don't have enough Elixir yet. So he drops down his Ice Wizard. Going to use the Giant on the right-hand side here. Because the Ice Wizard is a strong counter to the Balloon, guys. especially if you're having a level 1 balloon like I do, because he just does not make it to the tower, because with that slow effect, it really just kills the balloon before it reaches the tower. But if you have a higher level balloon, it should work a little bit better for you. And one thing I do want to say about the giant balloon push is, as you can see, I do have the arrows in here. You always want to try and have enough elixir so you can use your arrows immediately after your balloon if you have to. But take a look at this, guys. We're distracting him on the right hand side. The balloon hopefully getting one hit off. No, unfortunately it does not. I think that is because of the level 1. If he was level 2, I do truly think he would have got at least one hit off on that tower. So let's see here, doing another elixir pump right here. Now we're into the double elixir period. Let's go ahead and start setting up some pushes on the left hand side here with that giant. And Hog Rider here, I predict, going to drop this down. Take out that Hog Rider pretty quickly. And then the Wizard will be distracted by my giant. So I'm going to use the Valkyrie here up front for support. And then at the very last second, he just dropped down his Musketeer though. Very interesting decision. Hopefully he doesn't have something to counter this. The Ice Wizard going down, which is really unfortunate because the Ice Wizard is a strong counter to the balloon. Fireball also going down there. One hit off by that balloon. Come on, one more hit. Unfortunately not. Spear Goblins going down here to take care of this Valkyrie with the Valkyrie as well as some Goblins. Notice how I use the Valkyrie to distract his Valkyrie so that my Goblins could take out the Hog Rider without being taken out by the Valkyrie. And at this point we just need, I think, what's my damage here? 89. Oh, it's not enough for 2 sets of arrows, which is really unfortunate. If he wasn't a higher level, I could arrows his tower right now, which is really unfortunate. Really is. Cannon going down right here. With some Spear Goblins here. The Valkyrie cleaning up pretty nicely. And then the Musketeer there. I'm really going to have to play defensively here because I can't do what he's doing with the spells to take out the tower. If I had the tower levels on my side, I could do what he's doing, but unfortunately I do not. Come on, Balloon, get in there, get one hit off. Come on, come on, come on. Bomb, do damage. Yes! Get the victory there. That wouldn't have went that long by far if we were even level, sorry. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.